Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to my channel. So today in this video, what I'm gonna try and do is start an Elden Ring walkthrough. So I'm pretty new to recording, so bear with me. Hopefully I can do this pretty well. But yeah, so we're gonna start on a whole new account here. And yeah, I think what I want to do is do a strength build. But I'll kind of go through a whole lot of other builds as well, just so you guys have an idea. Any more in depth, I did make a build class. So I personally am going to go with Vagabond just because it's a really good strength. And I still have a little bit of deck. For strength builds, go for Vagabond or Hero. Like I said, I personally am just going to go with Vagabond just because it's a little bit easier to start. And I really like having that extra dexterity. Aside from that, all the stats are pretty similar. What bandit, dex build, less armor, and bleed build, astrologer, mage, prophet, faith, samurai, dex. You can make it a strength build. That's usually what I do. But for this, I'm just gonna go ahead and start with Vagabond. Prisoner, also magic. So casting, make it a magic warrior, confessor, faith, and then wretch just if you want to do a basic. But my personal preference, again, samurai, vagabond, and yeah. So if you need more information, just go ahead and look at my previous video. And yeah, so let's get into it. I'm not gonna change the name or I'm not gonna change the looks or anything. I'm just gonna. So for keepsake's the very first thing you really have to choose. It's your biggest choice at the beginning. There's two that people typically will tell you to do, but the medallion, it's okay, but I mean it doesn't increase it enough to really do much. Land between runes. I guess if you want runes early, you can do that, but again, you're going to be getting plenty of runes. There's no need. Golden seed. This is one of the two items that I've seen a lot of people go for. Golden seed, it just helps fill your flasks, but you get quite a bit of these, and you're not going to really need it, to be honest, because you'll be able to upgrade your flask pretty early to a point that'll be good probably through half the game. At least, and then even after that, you'll still have plenty. So yeah, one golden seed's not going to really make much of an effect, but it's probably the second best item. Ashes, I don't know on diminutive golem. So I guess this is like the you'll see these guys later. I didn't know that was a thing. I've never done it. Cracked pot crafting item, but you'll get a lot of these later. Stone sword key, that's what we're going to be going with, just because it unlocks special dungeons and stuff, which is really nice. That's personally what I prefer to go with, but golden seed is also a viable option because you also get a lot of stone sword keys. Bewitching branch, I don't know actually what that does. I've never had that. Charged with equal power. I'm guessing you can cast with it or something. I'm not sure. Boiled prawn, boost physical damage negation. That's fine, but I mean, just don't take damage, I guess. At the beginning, we're going to be setting you up pretty well to not really need damage negation for a while. And then Shabriz, whoa. Honestly, attracts enemies' aggression. So yeah, that just, I mean, if you want hard mode, I guess that's what you'd go with. But like I said, we're going to be going with Stone Sword Key. I'm not going to really change the appearance. Do male. I did a female last playthrough, so I'll do a male this time. But yeah, I personally, on my other character, I'm doing a dexterity bleed build. I really like it. I'm gonna be skipping through the cutscenes, so that doesn't waste time in the walkthroughs, because this is a large game. There's a lot. So yeah, fat roll. We're gonna, to fix that, before we go out, we're actually just gonna go through all these menus. As your equipment menu, crafting. We'll pick that up later. Inventory. Yeah, so this is what you're going to use to... This is just all your stuff, obviously. Oh, you come with 2 already. Oh, yeah. Status. That just shows your levels and all your stuff. Messages. This is how you write them. You can't leave any yet. I just picked up the item to be able to. Multiplayer. You get more like fingers and other multiplayer items. And then system settings. So for this, if you look at status, you can look anywhere honestly too, but base stats, if you look at equipment load, it says heavy load. That's because I'm more than around half of would be. So really, so if I remove my helmet, you can also see it on the right side, character status, almost towards the bottom above poise. If I remove that, it's at 34, so it's at medium load. It's a little bit above half, so like that's 10 above half. You do have a halberd. I actually don't know what I want to use. I might use a halberd. So getting rid of that, getting rid of one of those. I do like the halberd, so I might use that. I don't really care for the sword that much. So yeah, we're just going to open this. So yeah, we'll go through. There's nothing over here. Run down. There's a door around this corner down here. But we're not going to be going through the door. So that's a more later game type thing. So we're just going to cross this bridge. Now there's going to be a starting boss. Every From Software game tends to have one. Oh, I'm still fat rolling. Oh, okay. I guess that sword wasn't enough to... Okay, I'll actually put that back just in case I decide I want to use it. I like both. Okay, so yeah, this starting boss, he's meant to kill you. I mean, you can try and kill him. I'm not really gonna... Yeah, and then, so he'll kill you. He is pretty tough. I haven't beaten him, but there have been people that do. If you do beat him, you just get a shield and one of the weapons he has, but I'm pretty sure you can get that later as well. They're not like really game changing or anything, so I personally wouldn't go for it, but that's just me. I'm gonna skip the scenes. Okay, so you get your flasks. So your flask of Crimson, as you can probably guess, is health, and your flask of Cerulean is for your FP. So if you're a caster, that's what that's going to be. Okay. So we are going to drop down here. Be careful with fall damage. I'll talk about it more later, but this game is weird with fall damage because sometimes you can... It'll look like it's a good fall, but then it's not. So yeah, this is a site of grace. We're going to be going through fighting a lot of these. It's like the campfires in Dark Souls, and basically just saves where you're at. So you can pass time, mess with your flasks. You can add. That's what the golden seeds do. And then there's a thing called sacred tears. This basically just levels them up, so they give you more health and more FP. And then you can allocate, you can change the amount you want. I'm just going to leave it 3-1 for now. Memorize spells, if you're a caster, this is where you'd go. Click that. And then when you have spells, you'll be able to select through. As if you look down to the bottom right, attributes required, that's the requirement to use specific spells. And to get more spell slots, you'll have to go find... an item, which I'll be showing you later as well. Yeah, it doesn't... this was a big question I had when I first started too, because I did a astrologer class. It was, how do you get these? Because usually when you level up mind or whatever in it would upgrade that. So, but yeah, you have to go find the memory item and then just store chest. I mean, you don't really need that, I guess. I so far have played like I've done it quite a bit and haven't really needed it, but yeah. So next I'm going to talk about fighting a little bit. So you have several kinds of attacks. This one, that's your R1. So it's your light attack. Then you have your R2, which is your heavy attack. Ooh. You have your R2, which is a heavy attack. And then you have your charged, I don't want to guard. Yeah, you have your charged R2, that's what'll stagger enemies. I kind of use it. I'm messing up the distance here. Okay. There you go. Got it. So yeah, that's your charged R2. With your shield, you just press L1. So one of my favorite new features about this game is the L2. So if you go to pause real quick, you click on, wrong thing. If you go to like the item in your inventory, it'll tell you what skill you have, or Ash of War. Yeah, your skill or Ash of War, weapon art. There's a few different names for it. This one is called Charge Forth, quickly charge forward, and then hold to cover greater distance. So that basically you're just running with it. And then this one, the sword held level, follow up with a normal attack to slash through an enemy's guard or strong attack. So I'm pretty sure all weapons have it. You could put no skill, and then this one has parry. Parry, I mean, if you don't know what that is, it's like when an enemy actually makes contact, you'd hit them off with your shield at the same time. So I can try and do it. I'm not very good at it. Oh, helps if I lock on them, huh? Like that, and then it staggers him, and yeah. So I personally just prefer to two-hand. I don't really use shields that much, but some people do. Archer up there. Yeah. So we're just gonna keep running through. This dude has a shield, so yeah, we'll try it. Oh, okay. This dude's still hitting me. So we'll try that. And then if I held it, I could have ran longer. And you can see it uses some of your FP. So we're gonna charge attack. So yeah, that's just like little combos you can do. Charge attacks usually for most enemies it'll take 2, I believe. Some bosses it can take 2, 3, maybe 4 to stagger. And then once you stagger, you could get a critical. Let's see if I can. I can't stagger this dude. I'm gonna kill him before I get a chance to. These guys are not very good, obviously. I can try and stagger this dude though. Oh, okay. Well, I missed a chance to do a critical. I did stagger him. I didn't mean to. Or I didn't mean to hit him that second time. So I was going to take him too. But it's okay, because we're coming up to the first, like, quote-unquote boss. He's not really a boss, but... And I can just stagger that guy. So I found, I'm not quite sure if you can two-hand sneak and criticals, but it only ever works for me with one hand. Oh, this dude has more health too. I probably already ruined it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so yeah, this is a statue, Marika, something like that. So if you die to a boss, you can choose to respawn at the site of grace all the way back there, or you can choose to spawn at this guy. So we're gonna use a flask. And I'm gonna try and stagger this dude. Okay, so I didn't hit him at the right time, but it's okay. So yeah, I had to be a little bit more to the left. Sometimes it's a little particular where you have to stand. But I mean, it is what it is. And yeah, that's a tutorial. So we're gonna go through, grab that. There is an item back there, but we'll come back later for it. It is pretty good, but we're gonna, yeah, like I said, we're gonna come back later once we've done a little bit more. Okay. So yeah, run through here, collect this statue. So with your stone sword keys, this is where you would use it. This is the little guy. You put it into there. I'm not going to use it right now because it's pretty tough. There are some good items in there, but we're going to do that later probably. Okay, so anytime you have a finger item, that's going to be a multiplayer item. I'm not quite sure why they named it that, but I mean, anytime you have a finger item, it's a multiplayer item. Obviously, when you two-hand, you do more damage. I'll go through like looking at the strength buffs and stuff later. And here we are out in the open. Okay, so first thing you want to do, you can collect items. I usually do sometimes. I just run around and find them. So you're going to collect the graces. These are really important. Like if you're in a group of area, like if you're in an area, I recommend 100% collecting that first. You'll talk to this guy. He'll bully you for being made. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna kind of skip through dialogue. And so there we go. All right, I believe that was the last one. Yeah, that was the last one. Okay, so it's very important for NPCs. For one, don't kill anyone until you don't kill them until like later, or I mean not later, but a lot of them will have quest lines, and then in their quest lines they'll turn insane and invade you, and then there you can kill them. So yeah, it's pretty important. Just don't kill them. There are some that can drop nice things, but usually you can get better things if you wait for their quest line and get that same item you could have got from killing them there. So best to just be patient. Another important thing with NPCs is go through all of their dialogue. So you saw what I just did. There's one instance specifically where I'll get to later or in the next video where in my very first playthrough I did not go through all of the dialogue and I actually missed an item that you would have needed for later. Luckily, I was okay with restarting because I had to switch consoles, but so yeah, these are summoning pools. Basically, you'll place your thing anywhere or near in like this area, wherever it would be for this, and anyone can summon you. So that summons for that tree sentinel right there. We're gonna not fight him. He's better to fight later. Like I said, I just run around collecting stuff. If it's on the trail, I don't really go out of the way to go collect stuff. We're gonna run up here to the church, and this is your like first area. Collect this at the pole. So these golden runes, I find them all over the map. 2 is pretty. It's in order from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each one gives you more and more. So you're gonna collect the grace. But yeah, each one will give you more and more. They're all over the map. So yeah, you're gonna get the smithing stones. Smithing stones are used to upgrade your weapons. And then sombering smithing stones are another one. They're used to upgrade special weapons, which you'll learn about later. So yeah, so like if I had to, I could upgrade it right now. you find a couple more people later. These dudes, merchants, try and talk to all of them. Sometimes a lot of them will have stuff you really want. Like this dude, you want the crafting kit and the torch. Yeah, the crafting kit and the torch. There's a better alternative to the torch later, but for now, the torch is really useful. Okay. So yeah, item crafting. The more cookbooks you get, the more items you'll be able to make. But yeah, it just tells you what all you can make. A lot of those items that you need to make them, you'll find all over the world, so it's not really too tough for most of them. Equipment, we're gonna go ahead and put the torch in this hand. So, oh yeah, just for the UI sake, up, left switches your weapons, which is what you put in this bottom one. The top one's the right, so I can switch between the sword. Like I said, I prefer halberds over swords usually, but I will use swords later on, more than likely, because there's better swords than there are halberds. Yeah, and then down, actually, so it's not dark, so I don't need that. It doesn't matter, I'll rest at the next one. So now we're gonna run up. Oh, by the way, so if you die, as long as you touched, so we're gonna go towards this area. So as long as you touched a sign of grace, it doesn't matter. If you rest at it, you'll still spawn back to the most recent one. So yeah, you can fight these guys if you want. Avoid them for now, in my personal opinion. That's what I would do. But it's up to you. You can take them. They're not too terribly hard. Just if you do fight them, just make sure you don't get overwhelmed, because having several guys on you can be relatively overwhelming. So we're going to run to this grace point. Like I said, anytime you see a grace point in an area, run to that before anything else, just so you can spawn back where you are if you do die. And for teleportation's sake, because these are also used as for teleporting. So we're going to rest. Usually when you get your third one, I believe, is when she shows up. You'll see her in a second. I'm going to keep her just so you know what she looks like. Okay, skip. You'll see. I forgot you'll actually see her after this. So she'll offer to be your maiden, which will allow you to level up. So you're gonna want dialogue. You want to accept. If you refuse, you just won't be able to level up. So your horse named Torrent. Pastime. I'm gonna go to morning. Actually, we'll just keep it at night for now, just because now we're gonna go talk to Ranny. Alright. So now that you have that side of grace, you're gonna go back to the Church of Ella.
This way, tarnished.
Alright, now where's she sitting? Oh, over there. So you'll see her. Her name's Ranny. She's gonna give you your first, or Rena, I'm sorry. She's gonna give you your first spirit calling bell. You tell her you can call a torrent. So she'll give you your first spirit calling bell, and then Lone Wolf Ashes. These are very useful, and she gives you the best one in my opinion, like early to mid game actually.
Forgive mine intrusion, tarnished.
Oh yeah.
I doubt we shall again meet.
So if you were to press talk again, that's what she says.
Well, the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
Okay, and then she disappears. If you were to just press, keep talking, that's what her dialogue would say. That's why I just ran. So pastime, morning. What you want is for it to be morning. You don't want to be running around here at night because there's more enemies that spawn and a couple different types of bosses that spawn. So like you can kind of see one over there, that flying thing, that's a bat. They spawn at night and they're very irritating, so I'd recommend not fighting them. Another reason Spirited Graces or Grace Sites are useful is because you see this yellow line that basically leads you to the main story. That's how you get around. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, so now we're going to equip our horse. So you just go to the menu, press square. I'm on PS5, so you're going to press square, and then triangle to make a new one. I never use that. I always like to put him on the top. So yeah. So we're gonna let's see if we can get a backstab off actually. Yeah. So yeah, sneak behind them, get a backstab. I tend to hit it wrong a lot. It is what it is. So this is gonna be the first item, Lord's Worn Greatsword. So if you look, I'm not strong enough to use it yet, but when I am, it'll be my best weapon. I need 16 strength, I have 14, so the next time we actually level up, I'll be able to use it. So we're gonna sneak around here. That little mini tower thing right there in front of us is what we want. Kill this dude, because if he blows his horn, you'll have everyone come after you. Hopefully no one saw me. Yeah, if he blows his horn, they'll come after you. Grab that smithing stone. It's a good drop. So from these guys in here, they can drop their weapons and they can drop their they can drop their weapons and they can drop their weapons and armor. So if you want what they're wearing, just farm them, I guess. The only weapon worth mentioning is that dude right there, and that's pacing back and forth. Oh, they did something. That dude that's pacing. It's like a spear if you like spears. The item we just collected from that was a map. So notice how earlier it looked like this brown color. When you collect the map, it unlocks a huge section. So yeah, let me see. We did that. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is, and before I cut this stream, this will be the last thing we do in this, is actually, we're going to try to sneak. Oh, that dude saw me. We're going to run. We're gonna rest. That will so resting at a site of grace will unaggro the enemies. We're gonna try and run all the way around here. We might have to kill a few, I'm not sure. Might have to kill a few guys, but we're gonna run around and then we're gonna try and go underground here. Okay. Actually, here, we'll go get this carriage real quick, and then I'll... Oh, wrong side. We'll grab this carriage real quick, and then... Okay, oh, I missed it, but... See, so, like, that's why I like the halberd. This is another good weapon, if it's what you're into. Flail, I believe it's more of a dexterity weapon. Yeah, it's more of a dexterity weapon. Here's what it looks like. I'm I don't have the stats for it, and I'm probably not going to. Oh. Here's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. I mean, if that's what you're into, but I don't prefer it. So yeah, the underground area is over here where these guys are at. Okay, this dude. Oh, I'm punching him. Oh. And I'm fat rolling, so that's nice. Okay, so... Okay, so we're actually gonna call our horse. Go pick up this Grace over here. And then we'll come back there for the next video, because it's getting a little bit long. I didn't realize that I didn't realize I was fat rolling around there. So you always want to try and keep medium load. You can make it so you have a light load too. I didn't realize that I had a heavy load. I'm not sure really what gave me the heavy load. I guess the torch probably did. But yeah. So that's what you want. If I had that, it would have been easier. But yeah, so I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscription. I'm going to be trying to post at least one of these per day. And then I can do more if I get a lot of viewers, if you guys really like these videos. So yeah, if you do, let me know in the comments, and just by watching in general. That being said, see you guys next time.